Yeah, yeah. It's like experience comes in always, from the next game. So Temple, we were close, everything was close. It was the exact same thing. And so we went in the game, it was 30-30 at Temple, and it's 32-32 here. And I said, do you remember what happened at Temple when we came out in the third quarter? And they said yes. And I said, so we need to be up by 6 starting the game. We don't need to be down by 6 starting the third quarter. And they were like, oh, okay. So we really, and KK really listened to that, and she scored 8, I think it was 8 immediate points, and we played really good defense.
What was the message at halftime?
That.
That was it.
Yes, and that we got to just, play defense. We got to guard the ball, ball better. I'm going to cough the whole time, guys. So we got to guard the ball way better, way better. They're moving the ball way too easy, and we got to limit their ball reversals, and we got to try to keep them in front of us. They're super fast. I mean, they're super athletic. Travis does a good job of recruiting, and he kind of recruits the same type of players that we like, the ones that can get to the rim and they're super fast and can kind of play like that. So the message was we got to guard the ball. We just got to keep them in front of us, guard the ball, guard the ball. We're going to throw on the press, take off the press. We're going to do different things because they're a young team. I mean, they have 2 freshmen and 3 sophomores out there. Without 33 in the game, that they're very young. So I wanted to throw the press out there, but I also had some young players out there too. So I had to wait till I got some upperclassmen in there to press. So we kind of try to mix it up, and it seemed to work.
Coach, no Moss today. How did that affect the game plan? And if it is an injury, could you update us on how she's doing?
Mossany affects, yes, it affects big time. So I'm very proud of Destiny and Janaea for really stepping up. They did a really good job, and especially Destiny's 10 rebounds. That's big time for a freshman. And she reminds me a lot of Brittany Smith from last year. You saw Brittany last year, and you're like, ooh, she's going to be good. She's got great hands, and she can rebound, and it's the same kind of thing. Now we just got to get Destiny to be able to be comfortable scoring in the low block like Brittany is now, because Brittany wasn't like that last year, right? And so she did a really good job, and Janaea did a good job of just Moss is super fast, super smart, knows the defense. She can score. She can do a lot. And so, we just had to rely on our guard scoring a little bit more to take Moss's points. But Destiny really did a good job of that. So I think we just came together as a team, and they did a really good job.
Did SMU do pretty much what you expected them to do?
Yeah, but the one thing we did is got 33 in foul trouble. That was like key to the game. Huge key. That's like not having Moss out there. It's like she only had 2 points, and she averages about 14, 15 points a game. She's a junior on the team. She's a captain. You could tell when she got in foul trouble, she was getting frustrated because she has to be out there. I mean, they're pretty much their only returning upperclassmen on the floor. So I think we did a really good job of so in my head, I was like, okay, we don't have Moss, you don't have Cash. So, okay, now we got a bunch of freshmen out there that we're playing against, the sophomores, so we got to really take advantage of that.
I think 13 ended up with 17 points. I think she had almost all of those in the first half.
Yeah, yeah, and she's a freshman, so good for them, good for him. I mean, she did a really good job for them. She played 39 minutes. We knew she was a go-to player. Sometimes she plays the point, sometimes she'll play the 2. She's super aggressive going to the basket. It's pretty impressive for a freshman to do that.
Coach, UCF has triple the points in the paint. To what do you attribute that dominance?
We tripled the points in the paint.
SMU had 12, UCF had 36.
Well, obviously, a lot of that comes in transition, and that's coming just off of our aggressive defense and steals and the press and all that good stuff. So obviously, that's the guards getting in there. It's not just low post catches in the paint, and that's some offensive rebound putbacks. Because Cash was out, they had 4 guards, and to me, they looked like they're all 5'6", and then they had their one big one in there. So that really makes the paint look a lot easier to get to. But that's kind of what we always do, though. We try to score in the paint. In paint touches, we always say paint touches. That doesn't mean just a low post. That means the guards get in there, make one more pass, get in there, draw fouls. Get in the paint.
Cortezia got hurt in the second half. How's she doing physically?
Oh,
I
I think she's fine. I saw her giggling and talking to her dad and her high school coach, and she's going to sign autographs. So, I'm sure it's just it's not just, but it's an ankle, like, it's not, you know, a knee or a back, ankles, let's just tape it up.
Anything else for Coach?
Yeah, I have one more question. I want to ask you about the Women in Sports breakfast
Yep.
yesterday. A friend of mine had the honor to speak yesterday, and I talked to her when she got back, Asia Patrick,
Oh, okay.
and she was just thrilled and honored. And your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's, you know, women in sports has come a long way, but it still has a long way to go, you know, and I think there's a lot of pioneers out there that need to keep leading the path, you know, like if the last time we talked was about Pat Head Summit. I mean, she led the path for me, right? And so Asia's a younger coach right now, and, you know, she needs to keep building these young women to keep growing in women in sports, you know, and it's great to see that she's a high school coach. And you know, I think a lot of women need to keep coaching women, you know, and it's hard to find nowadays that women want to, you know, keep coaching. So I was super excited to know that she's a former UCF player and she's coaching, you know. So, and there was a lot of phenomenal stories from our student athletes and her and just, you know, we do a really good job at that, and our staff does a really good job of that, bringing women in for that breakfast, and we want to grow it. We want to grow it really big, and you know, and just, you know, just keep getting people to support women that want to play any kind of sport, not just basketball, but any sport, because it's a great foundation for women to, you know, be able to play sports, and they learn a lot through sports.